Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Valerie and thank you so much for being here. In this video, we are looking at cost-effective decorating. And I like to say cost-effective rather than cheap because what's cheap, right? Cheap is relative. So let's just say it's cost-effective, which means that it will cost you only what you want it to cost you to get the space you want, the look and the feel, right? So let's get right into it because we are going to go thrifting and you're going to see some good stuff. Today we are visiting my local thrift stop where I like to shop for great prices and great pieces. And I like to go straight through that door where it says furniture. Yeah, check out this wingback chair. It was fairly clean, my friends, and it was pretty stern too. Those are two of the things that you normally look for when you are looking at an upholstered piece, especially one like a chair such as this, or a sofa, or a love seat. This one actually would be great as added seating, like in a living room or even in the corner of a dining room if you have the space, in a bedroom in the corner, in a reading nook. That would be great. It could be as is, or you can get it recovered, right? Just tuck your little self into those wings and feel cuddled. Now you also want to sit on those chairs just to make sure that they are firm and that there are no like broken springs or anything. Now we're moving on to some mirrors. Mirrors are great in our space to reflect light and also to reflect a lovely, aesthetically pleasing room, right? That's one of the things you want to be sure of when you're hanging a mirror, is that it's reflecting something that is aesthetically pleasing. Like these mirrors were only like $5 each, my friends. And if I didn't have one too many mirrors already, I would have picked up this one in the front here with this lovely traditional carving on the front of it. You could leave it as is, or you could repaint it, right? So mirrors are one of the things that I would say definitely go for in a thrift shop. You don't have to spend a bundle of money in other stores to buy mirrors. Now we are looking at some headboards. A bed feels more complete to me when it has a headboard, right? And sometimes headboards can be very expensive, so you can thrift for headboards. Like, check this one out. It looks pretty gaudy, so to speak, and it is pretty shine and all. But if you scuff this thing up and you give it a shabby chic, maybe like a robin's egg blue or a white or a cream, it has the potential to look very good. Wooden headboards, they are versatile, and so yeah, look out for headboards when you go into thrift shops. And not only do you use headboards for headboards, but I have made headboards into benches, right, where the headboard becomes the back of the bench, so they can be versatile in themselves too. You just have to think outside the box. Okay, so welcome to my living room, my friends. You can't have a living room without some form of seating, and generally we do have couches, or if you want to say sofa, in our living room. So that is one thing you can consider thrifting, right? However, you have to do due diligence by checking it out, lift those seats, look under them, sit on the couch couch, both sides, just to make sure that there are no broken springs nor boards inside, right? Now you can slip cover a couch. Slip covers are pretty pricey, so you can also throw a shawl over that couch, or get a sheet, a fitted sheet, and fit it nicely, tucking it in over the couch. Moving on to office furnishings, right? You don't have an office, so what are you doing with this metal thing? Oh no, you don't have to use them only in offices. Metal cabinet like this could be used in a foyer. It could be used in a mudroom, and it also could be used in a laundry room, right? You can make it over. It depends on the theme of your space, right? Sometimes you see people do mudrooms that are like a locker look. When I say a locker, you know, like a locker in the gymnasium look. And so these type of storage are very, very cool for those type of spaces. Now I tell you the truth, if I didn't already have an island in my kitchen, I would snag this table. This table is a bar height table. It is wood with some compress and some ply. However, it is well made. And it does have a leaf, my friends, which means that you put that leaf in, you could extend it, you could buy it only for $40, and you have an island. The question would be for me is, do I paint it or do I leave it as is? I would lean to painting in a lighter color, but then it does have some pretty cool inlaid details on the top of the table. So I guess in the end I would opt not to paint it, but then I have to leave it because I already have an island. I have no more space to put anything else such as that, right? In the market for a dining table, but not a bar height table. And check out this trunk, this wooden trunk. Lovely storage. That's what I can see right now. Lovely storage, and not only storage for toys in a toy room or a kid's room, but also storage for like extra blankets and cushions in a living room, right? Or under a window as a window seat. The one thing you would have to make sure of though is that if you're going to use something like that in a kid's room, you put a mechanism on it so the door or the lid doesn't slam. I tell you, the things that you find in the thrift store, they can save you a bundle. Check out this table. This is a lovely side table with lovely details, a brass base and a wooden top. And check that out. Look at that little detail. Tell me what you think about it, guys. I like it, but as I said, I need to get rid of stuff. I can't bring more stuff into this home. Here's another lovely side table, and it's a glass top, which glass tops are a good thing, right? Because it allows you to see through, which gives an illusion of space, and you can always remove that glass and clean the table thoroughly. Yeah, it is 100% wood, and it has lovely details on it. You got to be careful when you buy these pieces though, that the scale and proportion of the piece fits the scale and proportion of what's going on in your room, because you want everything to coordinate nicely. But I'm looking at it and looking across at that couch, and looking at that other little table with the brass base, and it's like I'm kind of seeing something coming to the color because the colors are similar. But check this out, look at this wall art, my friends. This wall art is the bomb. I liked it so much and I walked away from it. I think it was $8 or something like that, and I could not sleep. I actually went back and did I not purchase it? Did I or did I not purchase it? But this is just to show you guys how you can shop for so much in the thrift shop and save yourself some money. If you have not started thrifting already, I would suggest that you do. And I like the trends these days where even people who are like have hoodles and hoodles of money, they are opting to use upcycled, recycled decor. And I love that. I just love that because I'm of the opinion that each one should be able to have a well put together space without having to think about breaking the bank literally. Check out the prints and paintings that you can get. You can get frames where you can put your own art. You can put personal photos. The sky's the limit as to what you can get in thrift shops. And I'm of the opinion that most thrift shops will have similar things. So not because my thrift shop is not where you live, you can still go into the thrift shop where you live and you will see similar things. You will see couches and tables and artwork, and you can save yourself some money now. Look at this, friends. Lamps. Lamps are one thing that I like to thrift when I go into thrift stores. I like this one so much, but I have 10 too many lamps already. In fact, I have some in my own treasure box that I need to sell, so I wouldn't go picking up another one. But try to look at the lamp base more so than the shade when you are thrifting for lamps, because the shade you can always replace. So never allow the shade of the lamp to throw you off. Let's just go through and just look at these lamps. Tell me which one you like and why you like it, or if you don't even care, let me know, guys. I've seen persons before who don't want table lamps, right? But table lamps are, to me, it's like having books on your shelf and you don't have end caps or end weights, or having a curtain rod that needs a finial and it's just left blank. I just think we need one or two table lamps in our space to finish it off. Yeah, it can also be used as task lighting by a bedside, task lighting on a side table in a living room, a family room where you may have a little reading nook. And so, yeah, I just think that table lamps have their place in design and decor in our homes, in our offices. And we don't have to buy them new to spend bundles of money. We can buy them thrifted. Let's go thrifting, guys. Start thrifting with me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Now you saw me looking at that wall art, wall decor, and I was saying that I went back the next day. Yeah, I did. And I purchased it, my friends. Check this out. This is so cool because what's cool about it is that it can be streamlined, or I can go ahead and I can open up the leaves. Just open them up for it to have a bit more presence. And I like this piece so much, and I paid a whopping $8. Paid $8 for it, my friends. And we do not pay taxes when we shop in thrift stores, which is lovely. So I paid just $8 for it. What do you think, guys? Drop it in the comments and let me know. Okay, and I also found this number here. Well, it's a pot. I found the pot by itself, right? It's a clay pot, but I thought it was cute. It has little legs under it. It was made in the Philippines, and somebody at some point paid $15.90 for it. I paid $2.50 for it. And look at this. I bought the Sansevieria yesterday. I haven't potted it yet, but look how lovely this looks. And this you can put on a side table, or you can put on your fireplace, wherever you want to put a lovely little live plant now, not a faux plant. As I said before, thank you guys again so much for being here. I appreciate you. Please like, share, leave me a comment, subscribe, and help me to get to 7,000 subscribers. By the way, thank you so much for 6,000 subscribers. I appreciate you guys so much. I will see you again soon. Take care now.